In the top right, we do have Percival. In the bottom left, it is Kiev. Already microing his workers, so yeah. Let's see what he's gonna do here. See if he can surprise us. Maybe he is. Maybe it is Wydra playing as Terran. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Maybe the APM. He actually has a lot of APM currently. Can give us some information here. If we are dealing with a bronze player or if we're dealing with a Masters player at least. Or if it's going to be a professional player. But now everything's looking good here. The build looks very much mirrored. So at least till the 1 minute mark his build is looking pretty perfect. By our Terran player here. Mr. Kiev. So far, everything solid here. Throwing down an extra depot. Percival. Gonna utilize this guy, I guess. Let's throw it down over here. Get that scouting intel. It would be so cool if this would be innovation, but I'm 100% sure it's not. Already going to 2 in gas here. Perfectly mirrored so far. Okay, I think we can expect at least Kiev to do, well, to not just lose like whoop. Maybe he actually has a shot in this series here. It's looking very, very good. His build is looking perfect so far. And yeah, it just comes down to his micro and the execution, I guess, and what he's going to do afterwards. The opening is looking stellar. Now, both players are going to go ahead and expand here, as you can see. And scouting around a little bit with those Reapers, just defensively here. And there we see a little bit of a diversion. We do see a insta-tech lab. And a double Reaper against triple Reaper here from Percival. And of course the Hellion. So this should end up being... a Cyclone opening here from Kiev with that add-on, of course. And already seeing that one in production. He's gonna have that to keep him safe. He needs to be able though to keep his SCV safe against these group of units there. And only a reactor is not gonna help him. I'm afraid he's most likely gonna lose the SCV. Maybe he can delay until... No, he's gonna lose the SCV. There you go. So the command center is gonna be a little bit delayed here. But first Cyclone is gonna be here. It's gonna clear out that Hellion very fast and easy. And not gonna... Oh, he's actually gonna find one of these Reapers. That's some nice micro here from Kiev. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Can someone get the information? Who are you, Mr. Kiev? You're looking very good. Who is this in disguise here? But he's looking very good. Now Raven on the way here for Percival. And the medevac opening for Kiev. He's gonna drop those double Cyclones here in a moment. And look at this, workers perfectly even. The defense was made happen, and we do have a little bit of attack advantage here for Kiev. There we go, double Cyclone here on the way. There's actually some interesting rocks down here, so to prevent cannon rushes down there. Honestly, I don't like these things, these structures. I think you should just let them have those positions. And let the people deal with it. Now double Cyclone drop coming in here. Percival a little bit out of position. Has to pull the SCVs. Raven is coming back here. Is gonna throw down an auto turret, but not gonna do much. Meanwhile, 2 Reapers are waiting for that backstab, but the 1 tank in siege up position here. If he goes in, he's probably gonna have a bad time with those Reapers. Medevacs are gonna get picked up here. Reapers do not move. Oh no, no, now they move. That's a little bit... Yeah, he's gonna get close to the tank. That's a great choice actually, because he would have lost them anyways to the second shot. At least he gets some damage on that tank. But yeah, SCV already there to repair that one. It's better than just losing those, right? Getting a tiny bit of repair money. It's like, yo, what pennies basically. But a penny is better than no penny. Now he had to use a drop supply here, so slipping a little bit on that macro. That's where we can already see a little bit of a difference in those two players here. Percival is looking very good on his macro, very solid. It's been thrown down that third base, and on the other side we do see a little bit of an attack coming in by Kiev here. And throwing down the third on location since he has the map control. He's up a tiny bit in army supply, but doesn't really matter that much. Let's actually have a check at those interference matrices. Yep, up there for both players. We do see the 3 Raven setup here for a blue Terran player, which is the standard. And Kiev is gonna go into a double Raven here in just a moment. Throwing down his extra barracks, but it feels like his drop should have probably dealt a little bit more damage because this command center is up now. And, well, Percival is gonna start to get ahead here in a little bit. He already has those tanks as well, right? I mean, 3 tanks is 3. Couple of interference metrics now might do the trick here. He does lack the energy there for a second, but doesn't actually get it done in the end there on that second Raven. Still though, this engage is looking okay-ish here for our red Terran player, Kiev. And can he save that Marine? Oh, yeah, there we go. He does start save it. So he has like 3 tanks here now. He needs to be careful though. Oh, that's the wrong hotkey. Excuse me guys, excuse me. Professional observer here at work, trying to cast a game. Okay, so 3 tanks. I think those are extremely exposed. You have 1 Marine here with those. He's creating a little bit of vision with that Marine, and he's kind of intercepting the SCVs from trying to rally down to this area. And now he can drop in here. He still just keeps those tanks alive, but as soon as these guys have energy again, they're just gonna clear those tanks like nothing. Oh no, flying into a turret. That's never what you want to do here. That random turret, man, getting a Raven, already paying for its costs here, and Percival is gonna break these tanks here very easily. Now he lost 10 SCVs, and Kiev is kind of dealing a lot of damage here. He has a very weird position, man. Everything's so split up here. Look at this. He has a random tank down here, then he has a random tank over here, which is siege. Then he has 2 Marines. They're starting to fall as well, and everything's gonna start to fall apart here from the attack. But okay, so I was thinking maybe this is a pro in disguise. Now I'm kind of thinking not. But he should be like a high, at least a GM player. High masses GM. Looking pretty solid here against Percival, but should be losing here now in this push from our blue Terran player. Combat shields are about to finish up. He already has that stim. He's gonna have 1-1 here. And he's gonna find this production. And that's the only starport. GG is gonna be called. Percival takes map number 1. I saw a great attack, and then I saw half across the map the reinforcements, and those were a starport and a barracks. And that's when you know something went wrong. Yeah, okay, so we saw that one. That's a very unique scenario when you see a player already pushing a different player to the limit, and then he has a starport and a barracks floating half across the map, which is half of his production at that point. And then losing the game because he loses that production. Yeah. Oh, Wardy's in a replay for 9 hours. That's pretty cool, man. Wardy's my hero. There you go. So we were just waiting for the second map here right now, and meanwhile I'm trying to find out who this Chofka is. Chofka is C2. Chofka. Let me actually check his profile. And yeah, the profile has like 1 diamond. Level 40. Yeah, this guy is, I don't know, he's unknown, but he's actually crazy good. So, this is a really cool match here. Let's hop into the second map. Yeah, he was able to keep up with Percival there for almost the entirety of that game until he made that mistake with the starport and the... what is it called? The thing floating. Have fun, I love it. No good luck for your opponent. Both players here agreeing that this is not a thing to give your opponent. But fun is okay. So in the bottom left we do have Percival, in the top right we do have Kiev, the surprise player, Charkov. I'm not sure. Basically, this is, I think, Chorkov? Chofka, I'm sorry. Chofka is his name. At least in challenge. Then he's called Kiev in-game, and his profile has like 2 diamond placements from probably Wings of Liberty. So this account is incredibly old, but he is actually, he almost kept up with Percival, who is one of the top players in a lot of RTS, even not only StarCraft. He's still a top contender for like he can always make a round of 4, I guess, in one of these cups. I'd always give it to him. One of these very few people who can basically win a series against anyone if he plays at his peak. And yeah, Kiev was almost bringing the fight to Percival there in that last game. So crazy skill here, being displayed and then displaced with the buildings floating across. Oh my god, the production reinforcing the push. I wonder if he had those, if he wouldn't have that mistake, if he could have won the game, you know, if things go differently. I mean, things of course go differently, but yeah, that was crazy. But this kind of, like, I had one idea in my head spinning. What if this is an AI? This definitely was the best confirmation that this is no AI, because no AI would make that mistake. But by the way, guys, we're looking at the map Star Shield. So this cup is not utilizing the full ladder pool. We decided to go against the 3 old maps, King's Cove, Neon Violet Square, and Abyssal, the frickin' reef of underwater cities. So this map, Star Shield, is a different one, and yeah. I haven't seen too many games. I don't think I've ever seen this map yet. Let's have a quick look here. We have a lot of high ground here being connected, and then we do see a lot of rocks, destructible rocks, some vision blocking here in the middle. And the same down here. And then there's a few low ground. I think I have seen this map once. A few low ground expands down here. Like if you take the space, you can be harassed here from the backside, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I don't know. It looks very easy to get 3 to 4 bases maybe, and then it's gonna be difficult to hold a 5th. But oh, we are missing the Reaper fight, and one Reaper actually did go down here, looking at that map so nonchalantly. He's going into the same build, but this time Percival might just overpower him with the double Reaper. Oh, this would be so unfortunately. Losing that first Reaper there. He's gonna lose the second Reaper, he needs to pull more SCVs. No! Kiev! Kiev! You were the hero of the people, the unknown, the faceless, the man without a name, who could stand up to the grades. Okay, he's not gonna give up yet. He's gonna get that Cyclone going. But he's already behind 5 SCVs. Can he come back from that? And a big delay on that command center, of course. Can he come back from that? I mean, look at this. It's already up and running. So Percival probably has this game won. He has this... I mean, you know, the pro gamers love to say this. Blah, blah, blah. He loses a drone and yeah, already the game is lost. Now, killing 5 SCVs before 4 minutes and delaying the command center about a minute. This is a very big deal. And someone like Percival should not let this beat slip. Like even against a Clem, I think it would be extremely difficult for Clem to come back against Percival if he gets an opening like this. Now let's see what Kiev can make happen here. He has a double Cyclone setup again. He's going for the same opening, so he likes this opening. But I hope he's not gonna float out the starport this time. And a little bit of a different opening from Percival with that one Cyclone. And yeah, this is a good addition because it's going to be great against this drop here, actually intercepting that one. Can he get this Medivac? That would be amazing. Kiev tried to push out again here. And remember, he did kill like 10 SCVs or something in the earlier game there. Oh, Raven dropping down that auto turret here, killing the first Cyclone. I mean, he's also going to lose the whole army, but if he kills the Cyclone, he's effectively already defended the drop. And there he goes, yeah? Does not get the Medivac though. So in the end, a little bit of him. Yeah, keeping the Medivac alive was good micro there by Kiev. But it feels like the micro department is a thing where he's lacking a tiny bit comparatively to those pro players. And now Raven coming in here is just gonna get a scout. It does not have the energy for an auto turret. Now, interference matrix has been already researched, but he does not have the energy currently. He's waiting, only 5 more energy, there we go. He does have 1 now, he could always, whenever he wants to go, he can go in and interference matrix a tank. And he should probably start to do so. He could also just auto turret. He's just gonna pull back for now here. Auto turrets, oh, maybe a little bit too defensive. You don't need to engage into that left one, you can kill the tank here on the bottom. Oh, he's gonna clear everything, man. Definitely some blunders here by Percival, some unnecessary mistakes. This is a lucky break though that he left that tank alive there. It's definitely a mistake by Kiev. Going into his 3rd base, he's quite far behind still if you look at this. But at least he has the army lead back, he has something back in his favor. He is going into, he needs those add-ons, man. He needs stim going, he needs extra marines. I mean, his base is still in shambles, look at this. Production is looking good here for Percival. He's making a reactor now, but drop coming in, and no defenses in place, so a few SCVs are gonna fall here. Percival needs to pull some units. He does not really have that many units right now. He's gonna siege up a tank. And 3 Ravens are gonna keep that tank safe. Now Stim is already halfway done here. Dropping onto that tank down here would be kinda cool. Kiev a little bit slow to drop to the execution here. That's his issue, I guess. He does have some great moves, some good macro, but the execution in speed is a little bit slow there. And he's not going for these upgrades here. I mean, look at all these upgrades coming in here for Percival. It's gonna be a very rough time here for Kiev to keep up there. Finally, he's gonna get that stim started, and he's peaking so much in money right now because he's lacking these extra production facilities. 3rd base has been set up. Throwing down the double engineering bay. Can he make a comeback happen? Just need that starport reaction here. Reactor is about to finish up. He needs to get these extra gases up and running. Saturated. This is not saturated. You need 3 in here, not 1. He should repair this medevac, probably drop out those units. Focusing on the macro right now. He's just throwing down extra barracks here after extra barracks. So he's just immediately going up to 6 barracks. No, this is the second factory, excuse me. 5 barracks and 2 factories here. There we go. Wants to produce a lot of tanks. That's not a bad choice if you need to come back in a game of StarCraft 2. And Percival is again pushing the issue. He should probably, in my opinion, just see what he can do. Contain-wise, yeah, that's a good scan. It's like, I could break this with these interference matrices. But do I need to? And he's gonna try. Because he's Percival, he likes to be aggressive. He's gonna get 2 of those tanks disabled. Then he needs to pull back because the Marines are actually in a good position here. Sensor turret was up in time just to find about that army. But Orbital needs to be evacuated. A drop into that main base. A missile turret actually in position here. Nice missile turret placement there. Raven is gonna come and reinforce this, but the Ravens are dropping auto turrets here for Percival as well. The SCVs weren't pulled back, so now they're actually gonna go on top of those tanks. They weren't pulled to a different location to mine. So they just all came back and tried to mine again here. And Kiev needs the GG here. Percival is gonna take the game. Who is this guy, man? Who's this guy? So he was surprisingly good. Even though he looked kind of flimsy in this second game, he was surprisingly good.